Hello, adventurers and visitors. Welcome to Terrytown, a place for weary travelers and merchants who wish to rest and replenish their supplies. This haven of peace and tranquility offers visitors a respite from the harshness of the outside world. Here, you will find a community of friendly villagers along with strong iron golems who protect the town from danger. The dedicated peace enforcers are always vigilant to ensure the peace and order are maintained at all times. The best part is that there is no cost to enjoy the amenities and facilities that our little town has to offer. We will all be waiting for you to give you a warm welcome and make sure that your stay is comfortable and unforgettable on BareVanilla. I promise you that you will never want to leave this charming place. We hope to see you soon, travelers. At least, that's what I wished I could say. My hope in humanity was born in the belief that there were still good people left in this world. However, when my town burnt down, I realized the fire was not just a random act of nature, but a consequence of misplaced trust in an unworthy person. To truly understand what happened, we must go back to the beginning. Terrytown was a village I came across while finding a place to take refuge. Obviously, when I found it, it wasn't named Terrytown. Anyways, that night, I decided to take a rest from traveling for many, many days. When the sun rose, I wasn't sure if I should settle there or just grab gear and leave. I decided that I'd just see how I felt after going mining. After all, I was very, very undergeared. Man, it's dark in here. Good thing I brought some torches. Oh, and some iron too. Cool. Man, I hate being down here. It's cold. And there's just a couple creatures lurking around some corners. Something I've learned while caving is sometimes you'll see things that aren't actually there. Oh, and other times it'll be too late. Personally, the worst part for me is psychological side effects. Look, I know that sounds dramatic, but when you're in here for a while, it's a little bit creepy. Especially with all the little creepy crawlies, we should say. What the heck? Man, I hate spiders. Oh, 2 sticks, 3 sticks. Now that I had acquired all the iron I needed, I could go back up to the surface. Okay, let's get it. Smelt up that iron. Okay. Now we gotta get the supplies. Now it's time to make a string keeper. You may be wondering, what is this weird looking contraption? Well, it's a string duplicator. It produces infinite string which can be used to trade with fishermen. Fishermen give emeralds, which are a currency, in return for string. With emeralds, we can buy new armor and tools. With enough fishermen, we can yield a high profit. And with the flick of a lever, we have infinite string. With that out of the way, now I can make iron armor. Alright, let's get to it. We gotta get these villagers into fishermen so I can yield a high profit. Break these cauldrons. Fix them with barrels. Break these. Break some logs so I can make more barrels. Craft them. Now I gotta place them. Finally, man, I got some emeralds. Man, this is a lot of string. You know what? I think I'm gonna go monster hunting to take a break. After fighting monsters all night, I realized I desperately needed better gear. So I immediately traded with an armor smith and a blacksmith. And finally, after 3 days, I had gotten diamond armor and tools, which meant it was time to go to the Nether. I anxiously headed into the cave where I was planning to build the portal. Honestly, I didn't want to go. But I knew in order to progress, I'd have to get over my fear. You may be wondering, what is exactly so terrifying about the Nether? The fiery wasteland? The monsters? Losing items in the lava? No. None of that compares to the most horrifying thing of the BareVanilla Nether. With no escape, thanks to the enclosed terrain. It's what me, and probably you are. The players. Thankfully, I had spawned in a relatively safe area. No part of my portal was exposed, and that meant, most likely, nobody would find it. I decided to start digging so I can get out into the open and find another fortress. There was 4 main things I needed: glowstone, nether wart, soul sand, and blaze rods. Only nether wart and blaze rods could be found at a nether fortress. I had no actual way to find the fortress, but I could still wander around. They aren't that hard to find, so with enough time, hopefully I can find one that hasn't been looted. The Nether requires a whole lot of digging, especially due to the terrain, but also the dangers that lurk around, just so that you could get around them easier. But finally, I had found one. Not even a minute in, I had found nether wart and soul sand. Sadly, the only blaze spawner in the fortress was broken, so I was forced to go find a new fortress in order to get the materials I was looking for. Later on though, I did find some glowstone, which I was very happy about. The next fortress I found was in a soul sand valley, which is notorious for having many skeletons, especially the wither skeleton. So I had to tread carefully. Oh no. Easy. Yes, finally, bro. Alright. Gotta set up a little farming area here. Unfortunately, I was forced to retreat. But it was okay, because I had everything I needed anyways, so I could just go back home.
Hello.
Hey,
You look like you've been on this server for a while.
yeah? What's it to ya?
Nothing. I'm just saying. Anyways, you got a base?
Sorta. Why?
Do you have any plans? Besides gearing up, of course.
Yeah. Just one though. What's up with all these questions?
I just want to know. What's the one plan?
Well, after I get fully geared, I want to start helping new players at spawn. For free. Unlike other factions who make spawn difficult to get out of and offer up gear for money.
Oh, that's cool, man. But what do you get out of it?
Teammates? Allies?
Oh, so I take it you have a faction.
No, not yet. I'm planning on it though.
So you have more than one goal then.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sorry about my first impression. I just saw you walking and I wasn't gonna climb down this tree.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, well, I'll let you be on your way.
Okay. Wait,
Yeah, what's up?
you seem like a genuine person. And honestly, it's kind of hard to find people like that on these types of servers.
Mm-hmm.
Look, what I'm trying to say is maybe we could stay in contact. I give you my base coords and you could stop by sometime.
Oh yeah, sure. In a while though. I just came here to get supplies from my spawn base.
Yeah, of course. I'm just talking about the future.
Yeah, for sure. Here. Put them in here. I have a bad memory.
Okay.
Alright, man. See you around.
Yeah, see ya. After a few minutes, I was finally back at my portal and ready to get out of this fiery wasteland. When I got back home, I was exhausted, and I decided to just lay down and pass the night. In the morning, I got bored, and I decided to build a wall. Looking back on it, it required a lot of patience and hard work, as well as mining, of course. After a long while, I was finally finished with the wall, and during all that time, I decided that I wanted to call this place home. And with Terrytown being finished, that made it the very first base of the First Order. After about maybe 3 days of work, I got really tired and I decided to go take a walk and see what I had to do next. Honestly, I was proud of everything I built and everything I overcame, even though it wasn't much, because I've been through worse. And finally, I had a place to go home. But there was something big I still needed to do. And that was to go to the end. Because if I could get my hands on an elytra, that would be game changing. I would be so much more mobile. And with that, I could do so many more projects and get so many more people onto my faction by spreading the news. And with that, after sunrise, I decided to go on the hunt for the stronghold. After about 2,000 blocks, I had finally found the stronghold. It was already looted, but that didn't matter. Because what I was looking for was the portal. here it was, the portal to the end, all lit up and ready for me to walk through. But I felt like something was off, not with the portal, but with that meeting I had with Knight earlier. It just felt off. The second I gave him my base coords, it seemed like he just tried to get out of that conversation as fast as he could. I know this sounds like I'm just saying it for the video, but I really did feel like something was off. And I had my concerns. So that's why I went back to Terrytown. And here we are, just where we started off the episode. With my home burnt down. And just as I said, it was indeed a consequence of misplaced trust in an unworthy person. Just as I was settling in, everything had to be destroyed because of one stupid mistake. This place wasn't safe because night could be still lurking around. In this moment, I decided that it was now or never. I needed to go to the end, because it was time to get far away from here and make sure that this never happens ever again. What I'm trying to say is maybe I knew all of the risks going into the end. But there was nothing else I could do. So it was time. Honestly, I wish I knew what I was going to face in this dimension, because it was nothing I had ever seen before.